Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky says he is cutting short an official trip to South Africa in order to return home after a massive attack by Russia overnight. Drone and missile strikes on multiple locations, including Kyiv, killed at least 9 people and injured more than 70 others. Crystal Gamansing joins us now live from our London bureau. She's tracking this story for us. What more can you tell us about the attack, Crystal?
Well, Natasha, the attack on the Capitol last night and into early hours this morning is being described as the deadliest on Kyiv in several months. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky says Russia attacked Ukraine with approximately 70 missiles, as well as about 150 drones. Now, Ukraine's air defense systems were pressed into action overnight. There were explosions from interceptions. However, not all of those projectiles were intercepted. It's unclear the damage on the ground, how much of it is from those drones and missiles hitting buildings or if it's from falling debris. We do know at this hour there are rescue teams that are continuing to comb through destroyed buildings and piles of rubble. The mayor of Kyiv says 12 buildings were hit in the attacks of the Capitol. Those who managed to get out of their buildings, try to get to a safe location, really describe a harrowing situation.
Был такой быстрый, мгновенный взрыв, бабахнуло, и потолок начал обваливаться. На меня упал шкаф в коридоре, и вылетела соседская стенка. И в комнату выпала тоже в одну соседская стенка. И все начало рушиться, рушиться и рушиться.
Now, officials in Ukraine are really trying to stress to those around the world that this isn't a one-day event, that people right across the country have been enduring these sort of deadly strikes for the past 3 years. The mayor of Kyiv says that tomorrow will be a national day of mourning in the capital, given what we have seen so far today.
You know, Crystal, when we turn our attention to Washington, during the entire presidential campaign, Donald Trump kept saying, in 24 hours, I'll bring this war to an end. I'll get a peace deal. We are not clearly at that point at all. And just yesterday, the president was slamming Volodymyr Zelensky for derailing the peace deal. What more can you tell us about that?
Well, yeah, he's really putting the pressure on Ukraine, and specifically yesterday in the Oval Office talking to reporters, U.S. President Donald Trump again called out Ukraine, saying that Russia appears to be ready to make a deal, but Ukraine is being a bit more challenging.
I think Russia is ready, and a lot of people said Russia wanted to go for the whole thing, and I think we have a deal with Russia. We have to get a deal with Zelensky, and I hope that Zelensky, I thought it might be easier to deal with Zelensky. So far it's been harder, but that's okay. It's all right. But I think we have a deal with both.
At this point, there does not appear to be a deal with both. We did hear from the Ukrainian president who is in South Africa. He was there to try to get more support for his peace plan, saying that, they want a ceasefire, they want a deal, but these attacks have to stop happening and there has to be political will. He is also stressing the fact that this isn't just about, any kind of concessions being against Ukraine's values, but also potentially against the Ukrainian constitution. In the country, there is a lot of frustration towards the U.S. president. There was a lot of hope that he would be able to press Russian President Vladimir Putin to stop the attacks.
З Трампом це взагалі треш і повністю проросійська всі дії проросійські, просто вони читаються, тиснуть на жертву, на слабшого і не висувають ніяких умов агресору. І як на мене, це просто ганьба і має Європа на це звернути увагу. Лідери Європи і допомогти.
So that idea that Russia is, being supported by the Americans, that they are siding with the aggressor and not the victim in this situation is something we've heard from a number of Ukrainians as well as Ukrainian officials. And as you mentioned, Natasha, the Ukrainian president on his way home, given the situation that is playing out right now in the capital.
CBC's Crystal Gamansing in London. Thank you, Crystal.
You're welcome.